Shamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Marty for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamarty 4 here once again, and we are here to review episode number 5, I believe. I believe this episode is called Seeing Red. If it's not, it'll be up in the title. But this episode made me feel a way because I thought back to how I originally thought certain people in this season were going to be, and everybody is the opposite of what I thought they were going to be. Am I disappointed? Not really. I'm disappointed with the issues that are arising that they have with one another being so fabricated and not real. But we're gonna get into that later. So let me see, where are my notes, chat? We left off with, everybody hating Asia and everybody trying to make up their reasons why they don't like Asia. And that's just like, honestly, Asia, the only thing that Asia sort of kind of did, but not really, was she asked Lauren who it was that she thought was going to be the next bitch out the house. She said Jada, and she just repeated it to Jada. And I mean, honestly, I feel like I said before, I'm sure I've said that before, if you're a bad bitch, you just say what you said. Like, if you repeat it back, you'd be like, yeah, I may not tell you anything like that for real, but I ain't gonna get all loud and just hate your ass for nothing. But we're gonna move it on. So we're gonna go ahead and they get to this Lake Geneva. And I've never heard of such a place. And I guess it's in Milwaukee, so I think they go somewhere better. I hope they go out the country, because they've been kind of cheap with their vacations lately. Last season they literally didn't even leave the state last season. They went from Miami to Key West. I'm like, I mean, Key West is a beautiful place, mind you. I've been there myself. But if I'm already in Miami, it's like, hell, if I'm in Florida, take me to fucking the Bahamas or something. I don't know. That's just me. So they go to this Lake Geneva. They have it looked like a little country town home. It looked really, really nice, but it only had two, for what it looked like, only 2 bedrooms. And I'm like, well, we know this ain't gonna work out well. And I think Jada took 1 room. And I think Asia started to kind of take the other room. And they picked on her, talking about this new bitch don't get no room, this, that, and the fourth. And, all I know is I ain't sleeping on them. And this is Brit talking. Like, all I know is I ain't going to be sleeping on the motherfucking couch and this, that, and the fourth. And she better give me that room or something. Asia just said, you know what, bitch, if you're going to fuss, fight, cry, and bitch about this much, you just have the room. Hell, I really don't give a fuck. Asia at this point has just gotten so over all these bitches just trying to come down on her and be all big and bad. It's just dumb. It just doesn't even make, any sense at this point. And it's just like, why? But why? There's no point, because you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. And I respected Blue for being, a voice of reason and going against the grain, and everybody trying to look at her like she fake. Like, no, she just has her own mind and has some common sense. Shit. It's just like, if you don't talk to them, well, if you talk to them, they're going to fuck with you, and they be like, I don't talk to you, bitch, stay away from me. If you don't talk to them, then it's going to be like, bitch, you just walking around being fake and not talking. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want her to do? So it's just like, Brit, I'll get back. I'll keep my thoughts on Brit, because it'll all come together later. And this is something I've noticed, and I want y'all to see I want to know if it's just me. Y'all know how I talked about Brit and her concealer eyes and shit. She still has that going on. So I noticed that. But did y'all notice Lauren in these confessionals be looking like a deer in headlights? It's like, other people be doing it like from the side and be talking to you like this, and you sometimes using their hands and their eyes and tilting their head. Lauren be looking at that camera just like this. Wait, hold on. Let me try to get the stance right. I'm so tired of all this drama in the house. Like, I just want this bitch to leave. Like, there's no need. I'm out here on vacation trying to have a good time. Like, there's no need for all this drama. Like, I shouldn't even entertain that bitch. Like, she should go home. Like, she's sitting there and be looking at that camera like a drone, bitch. I'd be like, girl, are you supposed to be looking at camera A or camera B? I think everybody else is looking at camera A, and you looking over here at camera B, and don't nobody tell you which one to look at. I was just like, why she look so lifeless in her, whatever. They go out jet skiing, and Red talking about she's scared. Now, I don't know. I have a thing with water. I don't know if it's just because I'm black, but I just have a thing with water where it terrifies me as it gets above 3 feet. So, it's especially seawater, because there's fish swimming in that shit, and I don't know, it just fucks with me, and I could never do it. It was just nothing that I was ever here for or could be a part of. That's just me. But it seemed like jet skiing would still be fun, but I would have to hold on to somebody with 3 life jackets on, because ain't nobody got time for that. And they went to some dinner where they was trying on mustaches and shit, and blah, 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 blah. And at this dinner, this is where I just got a notification. My bad, y'all. But at this dinner, this is where I started to get really, really frustrated, more so with Red initially, is because, okay, they found out that Jada's name is, her first name is actually Angela. And then it was like, well, we're going to call you Angela because that's what your name is, and that's what we want to call you, and this, that, and the four. I'm like, that's so disrespectful. Like, it's not, and Jada is just her middle name. It's just like, and somebody mentioned this on Twitter. Well, Jada said in the confessional first that she doesn't like being called her first name because she associates it with a bad memory of her father. So, and I believe that her father abused her sexually or what have you. So she doesn't use that name to not associate that with her father. And I feel like it's mad disrespectful that they can't honor that. And it bothered me for real. She doesn't want to be called that. She doesn't want to be called that. And she had retweeted a tweet on Twitter that said that, hell, Rihanna's first name isn't Rihanna. That's her middle name. It's the same thing that Jada's doing. So, girl, crazy kids. These kids that live up in the apartment above me, they be doing all sorts of shit in all sorts of times of night. But that's neither here nor there. But Red's sitting here still disrespecting her and saying all this other shit, and I'm just like, for what though? And it's like, Red gets into it again with Asia talking about you weak and all this shit because you didn't defend yourself about the bed. I'm just like, Red, you are doing the fucking most, and you were the one I thought I was gonna like the most, but you are turning into just one of those same bitches that just does stuff for attention. And I'm just like, why? You ain't gotta do that. Why you can't just be as real as you wanted everybody else to be? But Jada and Red, they started arguing back and forth because, Red still be picking at people and just, I honestly couldn't even tell you what it was that they were fighting over. Something about, hell, Jada said something about, they started fighting about whatever, and then Jada said, so you gonna run away and you gonna do this? And of course, Red's like, well, I don't want to be portrayed as no punk bitch. I ain't gonna run away, this, that, and the fourth. And they started fighting. And really, it wasn't even so much a fair fight. First of all, Red is big as shit. We're just gonna call a spade a spade. Red is big as shit. Jada is tiny. So, there really wasn't so much a fight. There may have been a couple blows exchanged, but honestly, Red just fell on top of Jada and was just trying to swing like this and couldn't tell what the hell was. And fucking Jada was just doing like this, trying to get the fuck up off the goddamn ground. And it really wasn't so much of a fight. It just looked like, what? I couldn't even follow or catch the source of the fight. I don't know if I blinked and I missed it. Can somebody leave that to me in the comments? But as Red is getting carried away by the producers, she's fighting and cussing, and now she's pushing out the producers, fighting against the producers. And it's at this point where Lauren and Britt are taking a step back and looking like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, you are doing the fucking most. Now, when your main clique starts noticing that you're doing the fucking most, that means you need to take a look within yourself, bitch, and work it on out, because there was no need for none of that. Nothing that you were doing that trip was required or asked for. You were not sent for, so I don't know why you gave your services. Your services were not required. But, after that fight, Red starts to separate herself, okay? Red starts going off by herself, smoking, pretty much trying to gain people's attention to be like, oh, what's wrong? Bitch, no, you a grown-ass woman. And that's pretty much what Blue was saying. Blue is eyeing out all this shit. Like, she doesn't do anything unless she has an audience. She does things strictly for attention. She's going to try to make you feel sorry for her, and it's just like, girl, if you don't put on your big girl panties, no pun intended. And I'm just like, Red, you really disappointed me. And I'm just, but what I can go on and on. And I really don't want to make this video that long, because it was really focused about one thing. So they're on this they're trying to do this walk wire group exercise thing, and they're supposed to hold on, I believe, to some kind of rope to get up on the little wire, and then the other girls are supposed to kind of help her, guide her along the wire so that they don't fall off. Mind you, the wire was only like maybe 2-3 feet above the ground, but it's still, you just don't want, the whole game is to just try to stay on the wire. So everybody's having fun, everybody's talking, laughing, this, that, and forth, and Red is like, I can't get up on that wire, I can't even hardly get up to the rope to reach the shit, like, I ain't about to do this shit, fuck that, this, that, and forth. I'm like, really? Like, you can't just have a good time for your damn self? You gotta sit on the goddamn law, looking all pathetic and shit, and want to make all these motherfucking excuses. Just like, bitch, just have a good time. Shit. Try. Damn. Then we get to this whole situation where I don't even know what the activity is supposed to be called, but the other girls are supposed to hoist. Well, how do I explain this? They was climbing up on they're climbing up on the ladder and reaching up to the spot, and they're supposed to jump off, and the other girls are kind of holding the rope so that the girls, when they fall, they can kind of ease down to the ground. And so Britt goes first, and she said it looked like it was fun, but that's a little high for Jamar. I don't know. I may have to do a rain check on that, or I have to do it with my eyes closed, or with sign some type of insurance. I don't know. But Red try and get up there. She like, I ain't never climbed a ladder a day in my life. I'm just like, God. Britt clocked your ass. She actually kind of did. Actually, Britt had a lot of, she read Ralph, she read 4/5. She did. She was like, every time that you want to always make an excuse about your weight, but you're supposed to be so proud and this, that, and the fourth, and it's just like, well, bitch, which is it? So, it comes time for, I think Jada was supposed to go when Red decided that she was just going to give up and say, nah, fuck that. She started walking away because everybody was like, no, Red, keep on going, keep on going. And she was like, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm too that. Everybody just said, fuck it. Take the bitch down, fuck. And she's trying to walk away, and everybody's like, where you going? You got to hold the rope. She was like, why would I hold the rope for somebody I just beat up? I'm like, and then Lauren said, you know, shout out to Lauren for actually making herself look better this episode. She was like, you know, I may not like Jada either, but I ain't gonna sit here and let her fall to the ground and die. Shit, we ain't that selfish, goddamn. So next thing, they go out to the strip club, and apparently, according to Brits, that the guys that were stripping, the dicks were small. And all you see was Red sitting up. Everybody else was having fun, throwing money, you know, slapping asses, all that good stuff that you do in a strip club. Here you go, Red in the goddamn corner, pouting like this. Well, look, bitch, if you don't want to have a good time, bitch, that's on you. Jamar's gonna be over there popping bottles, throwing money, and having a good time. Shit, especially if I'm on vacation. Oh no, you won't. You won't fuck it up for me. I'm just saying. So Asia finally gets to talk one-on-one with Britt about, I guess, apologizing in a ways, but they want to talk about not standing up for herself because she felt attacked by so many people, and when so many people are attacking, she just feels the need to kind of just shut down. And they kind of hashed it out. Britt said, you know, I'm not necessarily cool with you, but I respect you more for coming to me like a woman, and, you know, this, that, and the fourth. So Asia and Britt are in process of smoothing it out. Same thing she did with Lauren. They just kind of, they don't like each other necessarily still, but they smoothed it out to where they can get past the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And here goes some other fuck shit. I don't even know who it was that said the shit. It was either Jada or Asia. But Red was on the phone with one of her friends, okay? Bronny, Banny, Big Bugs Bunny, I don't remember, something like that. And she was on the phone talking, and I think, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was asking, like, is somebody on the phone? Or is somebody in the phone room or something like that? And I think it was Jada that just yelled, somebody is using the phone. And do you know that Red got pissed about that? She said, I feel like I'm disrespecting somebody. You know who the fuck I am? I ain't no motherfucking somebody. I'm like, what? Maybe she just heard the phone was being used, or maybe she could just, however, if she knew somebody, maybe she was just telling them that somebody was in there. The fact that she didn't say, oh, Red is using the phone is disrespect to you, bitch? Red, you really have disappointed me, honest and truly. I'm highly disappointed in you, and yeah, I'm ready for you to go home. I know Red doesn't go home until after the parent weekend thing, but child, girl, I'm over you, honey. I can't. I wanted to like you. I did like you initially. But bitch, after this episode, you was doing the fucking most. And I'm just like, I can't stand no pouting ass bitch. They're trying to do shit for attention. They're trying to do shit so other people can feel sorry for them to enable their bullshit. I just don't. And then she broke the last straw when she was with Asia talking about some, because they was all sitting around and she said something to Asia, and Asia was like, well, you know what, if you're going to pop me, pop me. Do what you going to do? And then she going to be like, really? Now you're going to have some balls, this, that, and the fourth? I'm like, well, bitch, either you want her to defend herself or you don't. And then she going to have the nerve to say, you know what, I would pop your ass, but I got this stomach ache right now, so I can't fuck with you right now, but I'm going to hit you up when I get better. Really? And even Britt and Jonica are so funny for this episode. Because Britt was like, really, bitch? Your stomach hurt? She said, which one? I fell dead to the floor. I was like, Britt, you shady bitch. That was funny. I still don't like your ass. But, Britt, you shady bitch. She's like, which one? I was like, oh. All right, now, here we go. Here we go. I was like, there's a disturbance. Finally, that Fab 4/Fab 3 shit is starting to dissolve into the distance. And Jonica was like, making fun of Red. You're like, you know what? I'm going to fuck you up with this Pepto-Bismol right now. As soon as I get through with this Pepto-Bismol, I'm fucking you up. Like, Red, really, bitch? Girl, bye, honey. And she said it's turning from the Fab Four to the triple threat, which is Britt, Jonica, and Lauren. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. However, did you not feel the need to include Jada and Asia and I guess Alex in the situation? I guess they weren't necessarily a part of it because they weren't part of the Fab Four originally. So I think it's kind of funny how Red came to Blue last week and was like, you about to lose a friend, about to be the Fab Three. And it turns out that the bitch that's about to be out the damn four of the group is you, bitch. Okay, it's not even going to be the Fab Three. It's going to be a triple threat. So I think that shit just turned full circle on Red's ass. Sucks to be you, boo, but you brought this on yourself by your fucked up actions. But that's my review for this episode, you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And you can check out my other fellow Bad Girls Club reviewers. A Connection TV always does it. The Ghetto View. I don't think Scotty is doing it anymore. I think he started but stopped. Much Love from KY is doing reviews now. Who else is doing Bad Girls Club that I can recall? I think, and Bondi Blue is doing it now too. Oh, and Ashley, of course. Ashley review is probably up right goddamn now as I'm doing this review. Because the bitch has internet speed like Speedy and goddamn Zollis. But we won't get into that. Hey, boo. But yeah. Make sure you guys like, comment on the video, and I'll see you guys next time. You know what? I'm shutting up because I said I'm going to do shit and I still haven't done it. Bye, y'all. But why did I say bye twice? Turn off this goddamn camera.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington.